Guys, welcome back to another day in the life of a postal lady. So I wanted to talk to you guys about this because I said this came to me, so I know it must be meant for me to share. So I had someone to come to me and they were like, I planted a seed and I taught someone how to do something, and it seemed like, when I was teaching them how to do something, they didn't want to listen. They didn't want to hear anything I had to say. And now they're in this situation where they're coming back to me saying, hey, look, remember what you taught me a long time ago? Well, now I want to listen. I want to hear what you have to say. And, I just want to participate. And they feel like the reason why um, they're doing that is because of someone else getting them interested in it as well. And I had to explain to that person that, like, sometimes it's only meant for us to just drop the seed. And when I say drop the seed, I mean teach someone how to do something, tell someone, give someone advice, help to strengthen someone, help to motivate someone, help to push someone, or instill something in them so that way that they can go back and instill that in others. Sometimes it's only meant for us to drop the seed and keep on going. It's not meant for us to sit around and drop the seed and then sit back and wait like, oh my gosh, what's going to happen? How tall is it going to grow? What color is it going to be when it grows up? What is it going to do? What's it going to be? How is it going to do this? How's it going to do that? It's not meant for us to worry about that. You don't have time to worry about whether that seed is growing or not. You have to have faith, guys. I keep telling y'all, it's all about faith. You have to have faith to know that when I drop this seed in the ground, I'm going to drop it and I'm going to put as much as I can into it. And then I'm just going to drop that thing and I'm going to keep on going. Because I know that what I instilled into this person or instilled into that thing is going to do exactly what it's supposed to do. And at that time, when you're telling them, they might not be receptive. They might be very, very against everything that you're saying. But you have to realize that it takes people at least 3 times to catch on to something. So you might say something once to that person, and that might be the very first time they've ever heard of it. Well, guess what? That thought goes out their head, and before you know it, it's gone. You say something again like, oh, I remember you talking about that once before, but they're still involved in doing whatever they're doing, so they're not really paying attention. You say it to them again like, oh, you keep on saying this. Why do you keep saying this to me over and over again? Let me look into this and see what it is. I'm telling y'all, it takes a good 3 times. But I just want to let y'all know that don't give up on the situation just because they're not hearing you the first time. Or just because you're not seeing the growth that you expected to happen the first time. It's not going to always happen on the first try. But it's best to just drop that seed and forget about it and go on about your business. When you see it sprout up and you see what it's done for you and you see how it's treating you, how it has, really blessed you 10 fours, then guess what? That's when you can say, okay, this was a seed well planted. I'm very grateful. And that person doesn't even have to know that you planted a seed. See, that's the thing. People want other people to know that I planted this seed into you so that way that you can come back and give me recognition. It's not you that's getting the recognition. See, the thing was already within them. It just took you to wake it up. That didn't mean that you were supposed to get all the recognition and have them coming to you glorifying you for the fact that you taught them this or you did this, because that's not always going to be the case. Sometimes that recognition is very silent. They won't say anything, but they are very grateful because without you, they didn't feel like they could get somewhere or they could do something. So you drop the seed and you keep going, but don't stress over whether it's going to come up short or tall. It's going to do what it needs to do. It's called having faith. It takes just a little bit of it. Faith is just imagination. Okay? That's all it is. And once you realize that your faith is nothing but imagination, you're like, oh, okay, well, I can imagine anything. I can imagine that this seed that I'm about to plant is going to do amazing. And not see it, and then 30 years down the line see it and be like, wow, It did exactly what I knew it was going to do because I had faith that it was going to do exactly what I knew it was going to do. But I just wanted to tell y'all that because, a lot of people feel like you should be getting the recognition, or that this person should, they should feel ashamed because they didn't acknowledge you for you planting that seed in the very beginning. But sometimes you're just there to plant the seed. Didn't mean you were there to watch it. Didn't mean that you were going to see what happens to it next. But you're doing it in faith, right? In good faith. In good faith to know that it's going to do exactly what it's supposed to do. So, hey, when you're thinking about that and you feel like, oh, I didn't put this in this person, they ain't doing this, you have no idea what kind of seed you have planted. So you got to continue to keep planting, continue to keep just throwing them things out, just chunk them out. I chunk them and go. I don't have time to wait and see if that thing done sprouted up, what it's going to do next. None of that. I don't have time. I chunk and I go. If they want to follow, they will come along. If they want to hear more, if they're ready for more, if they're acknowledging you, they will come back for more. But don't stress over it. All right? And don't feel bad that they didn't give you the props in the very beginning, because you were only there to plant the seed. And that's all that needs to be done. Okay? All right. I'll talk to y'all later. Peace out.